Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has expressed hope China would come forward in a bigger way than before during the tenure of her new government for implementing its development programs. China is one of the most important development and strategic partners of Bangladesh. During the new government's tenure, Beijing will help Dhaka more than the previous times to help continue the development journey of Bangladesh, she said. The premier said this while Chinese Communist Party's Vice Minister of the International Division, Sun Haiyan, called on her at Gana Bhavan. Haiyan is the first senior Chinese politician to visit Bangladesh after formation of Sheikh Hasina's new government following a landslide victory in January 7th election. Law Minister Anis Ahmed has said everything that took place regarding the swearing in of the MPs of the 12th Parliament while the tenure of 11th Parliament still remains was constitutional. Despite this matter of issuing a clarification will be considered if the policymakers deem it necessary. The law minister said this to the media and the secretariat. Some BNP leaders are raising questions over the swearing in of MPs of the 12th parliamentary, while the tenure of 11th parliament still remains. They said currently there are 600 members of parliament in the country. When the newsman asked whether any step would be taken to amend that if there is, in response to that, the law minister said what there is in the constitution, the country is running in according with that.
সংবিধানে এখন যা আছে সেইভাবেই দেশ চলছে 14th অ্যামেন্ডমেন্টে এটাকে সংযোজন করা হয়েছিল এইটার বোধহয় খুব একটা গুরুত্ব নাই তারপরেও আমি বলবো নীতি নির্ধারকরা প্রয়োজন বোধ করলে তারপরে কোন জায়গায় সেটা নীতি নির্ধারকরা সিদ্ধান্ত নেবেন তারপরে করা হবে কিন্তু আমার মনে হয় যে এখন যা হয়েছে সবকিছুই সাংবিধানিক হয়েছে
State Minister for Information and Broadcasting Mohammad Ali Arafat said the government wants disinformation, misinformation, and rumor-free mass media that will ensure free flow of authentic information to hold the authorities accountable. He said this at a meeting with Association of Television Channel Owners at co-leaders at his ministry's conference room in Secretariat. The government wants to ensure the space for mass media to question and criticize the authorities and even the government. But the criticism must have to be based on factually correct information, Arafat said in this regard. DBC Chairman Iqbal Subhan Chaudhry proposed establishing a separate press council to regulate the electronic media. NTV Director Ashfaquddin Ahmed, among others, were present at the meeting.
দিন শেষে চাই যে disinformation মুক্ত মানে গুজব এবং রুমার বা অপতথ্য মুক্ত গণমাধ্যম যেখানে শুধু তথ্যের অবাধ প্রবাহ থাকবে এবং সরকার বা অথরিটিকে অবশ্যই প্রশ্ন করা হবে এবং সেই প্রশ্নের উত্তর দেওয়ার স্পেসটাও থাকতে হবে
Foreign Minister Dr Hassan Mahmud said any statement backed by lobbyists on Nobel laureate Dr Muhammad Yunus would have no adverse impact on foreign investment inflow into the country. The law minister said Dr Yunus has been in discussion over the last 12 years and Bangladesh still received significant foreign investment. He reiterated that Dr Yunus has been sentenced in a case filed by the aggrieved people and the government is not a party to it. The minister also said Bangladesh will buy 10 planes of European company Airbus when the country's economy permits. He made the comment after separate meetings with French Ambassador Magui Masdupi and German Ambassador Akim Troster. Rich holders should be fined equal to their stock or sued to ensure that they can no longer continue business. Food Minister Shadhan Chandra Mojumdar said this today. The minister also said if necessary, holders should be sent to jail. They cannot be spared with a nominal fine, he said, while addressing a divisional-level view-sharing meeting with stakeholders related to controlling rice price hike at the conference hall of the Rajshahi Deputy Commissioner's office. He instructed rice mill owners to be more transparent about the rice prices. The government is destroying Bangladesh's education system in a pre-planned manner, said BNP Junior Joint Secretary General Rizvi Ahmed after the Awami League government seized the power. Talk of the decade in the past years were the incidents of leaking questions and giving opportunities for cheatings in the exams. This time, new education policies and curriculum against the country's culture and values have been added, he said during a press briefing. He also said whenever the Awami League comes to power, democracy and freedom of speech are taken away and the education system arranged in such a way that the new generation becomes their slave. The BNP leader said one-party rule has been established in the country again.
মহানগর আছে ঢাকা বাদ দিয়ে চট্টগ্রাম কুমিল্লা ময়মনসিংহ ফরিদপুর বিরোধী দলের উপর দমন নির্যাতন চালিয়ে একটি দামি নির্বাচনের মাধ্যমে হিটলারি কায়দায় একদলীয় অভিশপ্ত বাকশাল কায়েম করা হয়েছে। এখন তারা অভিনন্দন ভিক্ষা করে বেড়াচ্ছেন। দামি সরকার এখন বলে বেড়াচ্ছেন তাদের নাকি আমেরিকা ইউরোপ জাতিসংঘ স্বীকৃতি দিয়েছে, অথচ 2 দিন আগে জাতিসংঘ বলেছে তারা তাদের আগের অবস্থান থেকে সরে আসেনি। মিথ্যা মামলায় অন্যায়ভাবে কারারুদ্ধ বিরোধী দলের 25,000 নেতাকর্মীকে দ্রুত মুক্তির আহ্বান জানিয়ে গতকাল বিবৃতি দিয়েছে জাতিসংঘ। আর যুক্তরাষ্ট্র আবারও বলেছে নির্বাচন অবাধ ও সুষ্ঠু হয়নি, এই নির্বাচন অগ্রহণযোগ্য।
The Appellate Division has stayed the High Court's decision to grant bail to Mohammad Alam Babu, the ousted Union Council chairman and key suspect in the murder of journalist Ghulam Rabbani Nadim in Jamalpur. The order was issued by an appellate bench led by Chief Justice Abul Hassan in response to the state's application requesting the suspension of Babu's bail. On June 14, 2023, Nadim, who is a local correspondent for Bangla News 24 and Ekattor TV, was brutally attacked by a group of assailants on Babu's orders, allegedly in retaliation for the journalist's work on criticizing the then chairman of Shadurpara UP. Nadim suffered a fatal blow to the head and succumbed to his injuries. The United Nations experts urged that the new Bangladesh government to carry out major human rights reforms to reverse the trends in the country and restore political dialogue and participation as it enters its 4th consecutive term. The experts said they are alarmed at reports that widespread attacks, harassment and intimidation of civil society, human rights defenders, journalists and political activists, which marked the recent election. In the lead up to the election, reportedly some 25,000 opposition leaders and supporters were arrested and 56 people killed in election-related violence, including alleged torture and deliberate denial of health care for political prisoners, excessive use of force by law enforcement authorities, arson, and violence by unidentified groups. The experts said there have been no independent investigations into these violations.